Hi, good morning, Varanda. So, in the previous classes, we have discussed few questions related to preparation of balance sheet as well as preparation of statement of profit and loss account in the financial statements of a company chapter. So, first of all, in that company, as a company means we require use capital, right? That use capital we need to collect from the public by the way of issue of shares. Whatever the total amount, that much of amount we can't be able to invest by the owner. They can't be able to invest that much of amount. That's why they need to raise the shares by the way of public. They need to raise the capital by the way of issuing shares to the public. So here in this chapter, we need to observe one thing, how we need to collect the share capital from the public. So in the previous chapter, accounting for share capital as well as in the financial statements, how we need to collect share capital by the way of this question. This is what related to practical oriented questions in this chapter. So how we need to prepare here, give the disclosure requirements pertaining is nothing but calculating to share capital in notes to accounts. Already notes to accounts we are prepared. Notes to accounts of balance sheet of a company with imaginary figures. Now we need to take imaginary values. So for the preparation of these notes to accounts, we require three necessary columns. The first column regarding particulars, second column and third column regarding amounts. So one column for particulars, next two columns for amounts. So in this account, the first one share capital. First of all, share capital. What is share here? Share. The maximum amount of capital is divided into smaller units. Each unit called is share, right? So in that shares, for the collection of share capital, we have different stages. Authorized capital, issued capital, paid up capital, called up capital. So all these are different phase or stages of collection of a share capital. So in this question, I will take some headlines only. Why? Because these were like only practical oriented questions, right? We need to take only 5 appropriate heads. The first one here, under the share capital, the first one authorized capital. What is that authorized capital? Authorized capital is the maximum amount of capital. It is authorized from the public by the way of issue of shares, right? So actually, in this company, 10,000 equity shares of rupees 100. Just we are taking examples. 10,000 equity shares. The value of each share should be 100 rupees. So 10,000 shares into 100 means 10,000 into 100 means 10 lakhs rupees. This is what maximum amount of capital. We require this much of capital. So totally 10 lakhs rupees. This is what total authorized capital in this business organization. This is what first stage. The second one, issued capital. Actually, out of 10,000 shares, how many shares they are issuing to the public? Actually, they are issuing 8,000 equity shares. 8,000 equity shares of rupees 100 each. So actually here 10,000 total available shares, but they are issuing only 8,000 shares to the public. Might be the remaining shares they are issuing to present employees, right? So the 8,000 shares they are issuing to the public. The value of each share should be 100 rupees. That means 8 lakhs rupees we need to receive from the public. So this is what second headline. The third one, subscribed and fully paid up capital. Actually, we are issuing 8,000 shares. How much shares amount completely received? The company has completely received means 7,500 equity shares of rupees 100 each fully paid up. Just we are taking values. 7,500 worth of shares. This much of shares amount we are completely received from the public. That means 7,500 into 100 means 7,55,000 rupees already we have received from the public. The total receivable amounts are 8 lakhs rupees. But as of now we have received only 7,50,000 rupees, right? The next stage, subscribed but not fully paid up. The public have subscribed the shares, but the amount they are not fully paid up. Completely they are not cleared. So here how much shares amount complete they are not paying means 300 equity shares of rupees 100 each. 300 equity shares of rupees 100 each fully called up. That means 30,000 rupees. So 300 equity shares into 100 means 30,000 rupees we need to receive. But calls in the next stage here, less calls in arrears. We are not receiving from the public. So how much amount we are not receiving? Out of these 300 shares, the value of 100 rupees. The value of each share should be 100, right? Might be that 100 rupees including application as well as allotment, first call as well as final call. But as of now, just we are taking one example. In that final call only they are not paying. So calls in arrears 300 shares at the time of first final call they are not paying 300 shares amount. I mean 300 into 20 per share means 6,000 rupees we are not receiving from the public, right? So total 30,000 rupees, this is what receivable amount. But out of these 300 shares, 20 per share on final call they are not paying. That means 6,000 rupees this was lost to the business organization. The remaining balance only 24,000 rupees we have received out of these 300 shares. The next one here, in the company directors, when the public they are not paid the shares means on that situation they are decided to forfeit these shares, I mean cancelled to these shares and reissued these shares to prospective buyers. Prospective buyers means those who are really interested to purchase these shares. For them again they are reissuing. They are reissuing at a cost price of rupees 80 per or 40 per whatever it may be. But here, so when they are reissuing on that situation, share forfeited account. I mean share forfeited already it is credited to the company, right? When they are reissuing out of 300 shares, they are reissuing 200 shares. They are reissuing 200 shares at a cost price of rupees 50 per share. They are reissuing 50 per each share. So that means 10,000 rupees we can receive from the public. So here 24,000 plus 10,000 total 34,000 rupees we have received from the public. So these are the various stages of collection of share capital. Now I have to make total balance here. 7,50,000 plus 34,000 means 7,84,000 rupees we have received from the public. So totally here, so in that company the required capitals are 10 lakhs rupees. By the way of public they have to receive 8 lakhs rupees. But as of now they are received 7,50,000 completely they have received. When they are reissuing on these shares, that situation again 34,000 rupees they have received. Totally 7,84,000 rupees. This much of share capital we have received from the public. So this is what different stages for the preparation of notes to accounts pertaining share capital. This is what related to practical oriented 5-mark question. So in this question just we have recorded imaginary values. We can record any values. So by the way of following these headlines. So in this chapter we have solved 6-mark questions related to balance sheet as well as statement of profit and loss account. And the same thing we have discussed 3 practical oriented questions. Preparation of balance sheet with imaginary figures on vertical format. And the same thing preparation of statement of profit and loss account with imaginary. And the third one, notes to accounts preparing balance sheet. These are the 3 questions are related to practical oriented question. So as of now we are completed in this chapter, I mean financial statements of a company. In the next upcoming classes we will start new chapter. Thank you students.